That's it.
Yo, that was a different ending
Yeah,
to Love Jones this week.
Yeah, man. Kush Talk.
A little bit. Yo,
My bad.
that's all good, man.
Kush, you already know.
Grrr, you already know, man. Kush _talk _radio, man. This Kush Talk. You already know, man. Yo, so I only got like 2 things to bring up right now, man. As you know, I like keeping it short, sweet, simple, compact. You know what I mean? Get straight to the point, man. But one thing I want to bring up that I was scrolling through the internet, surfing, as kids say, right?
Oh, okay,
surfing
surfing the web.
The web, the interwebs, interwebs. I came across a story of a student in I believe Alabama having a debate or a conversation with a friend about LeBron with the class, and the conversation led into LeBron standing up for this shooting, or just LeBron's not standing up, but LeBron's perspective on the shooting of this Bryant girl that was wielding a knife, attempting to stab another person, and she was shot and killed by police right after the verdict of George Floyd, which ended up being that became a big deal and whatnot. The kid's just trying to make his point to the teacher, to the class, to the school, not to the school, to the class or whatever. During this conversation, the teacher gets like instantly aggravated, instantly enraged, triggered. It killed her. She couldn't even hear him out. He proceeded to try to explain and calm the teacher down. And you guys could search this video on the web. It's out there, man. You could just Google it. He's talking calmly, trying to, the teacher throws something at the kid, man. You know what I mean? Almost system. If you watch the video, he looks like he does a little swerve, like a little skirt. Like, whoa. And he says, teach, you don't have to throw nothing at me. Like, he's being, and he could have, see, she could go sideways, but look at that. Self-control. He kept it cool. He said, ma'am, you don't have to throw nothing at me. I'm just trying to explain to you something.
Wow.
You know what I mean? This is the problem, because this is where it starts of just hear the other side. That right there is the problem. Thankfully, the teacher got fired. Because that ain't right. Kid wasn't disrespectful no type of way. You could listen to the audio. He wasn't being aggressive. He wasn't being violent. But just words. Simple words. Just him trying to explain a point. A basic right in America. Right? We have freedom of speech, right? We could talk. Right? It's America. In this country, we could do that. Right? He gets attacked for it. A kid in the school where he should be safe to have his point of view. You know what I mean? And this is where it starts, man. I mean, this is where it starts because this is the problem. This is one of the biggest problems. We talked about a couple weeks ago when we was talking about, I forgot what specific situation, about agreeing to disagree. Just hear a point.
Yeah, I know the situation and things of that nature, but I just think like it comes down to, man, like people don't want to listen, man. They just want to be right.
That's the ignorance.
Yeah, they just want to be right.
That's the ignorance.
They can't understand the other person's perspective or where they're coming from or things like that, So like when somebody tries to do something and even when especially when you start making someone like look stupid or something like that, their first result is violence or throwing something in this case. You know what I'm saying? To get the focus of what's actually being said, And I think I don't think people in this country are able to sit down and listen to each other the way they need to, And it's unfortunate.
But it's got to start somewhere, Jones. And this is what I'm saying. I'm bringing it to light because it's got to start somewhere. If it has to be a repetitive conversation, that we say it until we drop dead.
The problem is it's not a repetitive conversation. The problem is like people can't even start the conversation. Like, you can't start the conversation without seeing somebody and saying, like, oh, you do this, that, and this and that, and I don't fuck with that because I do this, that, and this and that, and, we're not supposed to fuck with each other, you know what I'm saying? And it's the constant division and things that's basically perpetuated by the media and put out there and these are the results.
Yeah,
you know?
that's a realization. I'm just trying to bring to light that it's got to start somewhere, and the conversation has to start somewhere. And if it's bringing up situations like this and just beating it and just keep saying it, keep like this is what it's gonna have to take, because this is simple ignorance, ladies and gentlemen, simple ignorance. You can't beat around the bush with it. You know what I mean? Like, you just being ignorant from not just even hearing someone's point of view, because guess what? That's what makes you smarter. That's education. That is education.
Nah, it is.
That's learning. Seeing somebody else's point of view.
I think you hit it on the nail with that, where people are so obsessed with being right these days that when you actually prove them wrong, or they hear information that they don't want to hear, they'll go straight ape.
No, it's okay to be wrong, because you learn for the next time to be right. Like, what happened? Where did that go? When did that fly out the window?
It seems like they can't take it, bro. It seems like they can't take it. People can't take being wrong,
And
especially now in this wage of social media, because now it might be filmed,
right?
And now it might be filmed, and now it could go viral that everybody's seeing you look like an idiot or be wrong or something like that. Like, in particular, like in this situation.
In this situation, and I ain't gonna front. It makes sense that this shit happened in Alabama. With this teacher, like, come on, let's not beat around let's call a spade, right? It's Alabama.
You hit it right on the nail.
You know what I mean? Like, boom, like, that's a round of applause. She got fired. I honestly, like, 2-game suspension. You know what I'm saying? 2-game suspension. Come up in the 4th inning or something. She whatever, 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah,
like, fuck.
You can't throw something at a student.
Nah, like you wild for that, man.
I mean, you could, but
well, consequences.
Yeah.
But guess what? If whatever she threw made contact with the kid, right, and he threw something back or made contact with her because now he felt threatened physically, he wrong, right?
Yeah.
He wrong, right? Just saying, man, because she's an adult. She's an adult. She know the consequences. Him as being an adolescent and a kid and a student should have the benefit of doubt, not knowing the consequence, because he was fearing for his life or being physically threatened.
More.
But guess what? He would be wrong. But anyway, man, let's move to, I don't know, I guess some brighter things. J. Cole, man.
What up? What he doing?
Baloncesto?
In Rwanda.
Africa. Going to the motherland.
Africa. In the motherland. Professional. Signed a contract, man. J. Cole about to play with the ABA, African Basketball Association.
Yeah, I think so. I have no idea.
No?
I have no idea what it's called, but
yo, man,
he's going out there, man. That's big for him, man. That's good. Like, why not?
And at the same time, homie dropping an album, man, called The Off Season. Gangster, man. Yo, shout out, man. J. Cole on fire.
It's all coming together, so
Who you know did that? What artist did that? Signed to a professional team, then dropped the album. Same week. The same week? Dropped the album?
No, I don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is legendary shit, man. I think J. Cole's 1-on-1 right now. He's 1-on-1 right now. Yeah. I think he just made history.
It would be fine if he go to the G League or some shit, or even get to the NBA. I mean, he looked like he had some talent and shit like that. He looked like he got a little jumper. He definitely got some bungees, man, because I seen a video of him today, and he banged it crazy, but he bust his ass. But it was fire.
Let's see. Well, it's Rwanda. I don't know how that I don't know how that team look. I'm about to look up their highlights. Man. He about to be starting point guard and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking J. Cole, man. I hope St. John's, man. Queens, man.
No, facts. No, I was about to say that, man. I hope that whatever his first game is or whatever like that is, whatever that day is, that they're able to put it at least on like American television so that the fans could see it. Like no matter what time it is.
No, it's a fact.
347.